A few years back, Monique attempted to warn people about Oprah Winfrey, but a lot of people dismissed Monique and called her crazy. They called her bitter. They said that she was a hater. Why is she hating on Oprah? And just to give you a kind of like a quick history lesson about the two of them and why they're not cool. When Monique was pretty hot, when Precious had came out and it became a success and Monique was up for a lot of awards, Monique appeared on the Oprah Winfrey Show. And she shared a lot of very intimate, personal, traumatic details regarding her childhood and how she was sexually abused by a family member, a very close family member. I believe it was her brother. And what does Oprah Winfrey do with that? She decides to do a show in which she brought Monique's family on. And Monique felt pretty betrayed by that. All right. And so ever since then, she has not been cool with Oprah, and understandably so. I've always reserved my judgment about Monique when it came to Oprah Winfrey. I never had a real opinion about it because I had a feeling one day that Oprah would show her ass. Now, a couple of weeks ago, as we know, Monique appeared on the Steve Harvey Show. They had a little back and forth, and a lot of people came away from that interview feeling like Monique had redeemed herself, when in fact, a lot of people have been calling Monique crazy and wrong, when in fact, she probably was more right than wrong. Okay. And same thing with Oprah, right? She was probably more right than wrong about Oprah. And I'm starting to see that now. In about less than an hour or so, Oprah Winfrey is going to basically do the same thing to another family. Another family that trusted her, that was close to her. She's going to once again do this to another family. That's the Jackson family, the family of Michael Jackson. Oprah Winfrey is going to interview a couple of men, one Wade Robson and another man, from this documentary, Leaving Neverland. Now, this documentary has something to do with Michael Jackson and the fact that, they had unearthed all this stuff, basically proving that Michael Jackson was, in fact, a child molester. All right. I'll say this. I have to say this. Before somebody comes on here saying, they want me to keep the same energy I have, for Michael Jackson that I had with R. Kelly, let me say that the FBI did a 10-year investigation on Michael Jackson. They turned over every rock, every stone, every pebble, every boulder, trying to find something on Michael Jackson, and they came up with a big old goose egg. Zero. Nada. Now, if the FBI had found even an inkling of a shred of evidence on that man when he was alive, Michael Jackson would have been in jail. In the jail. Michael Jackson would have probably spent the rest of his life in jail had they found anything on him, and they didn't. They did not. All right, that's documented. Don't believe me? Look it up. That's documented. All right. So I don't understand why Oprah Winfrey has decided to inject herself into this situation, into this documentary. I don't get it. It's not like she needed to come out of retirement. It's not like she needs I don't know if she needs the money. I know she lost about $58 million a couple of days ago on some stocks, but I don't know. I'm just trying to understand what's her purpose in doing this. What's the whole purpose of this documentary in the first damn place? What? I mean, this man has been gone for 10 years. A man that is appearing on this documentary in 2005, he said that Michael Jackson didn't do a damn thing to him. He said that Michael Jackson was innocent. He testified under oath about this very thing. And all of a sudden, Michael Jackson did something. So which one is it? How do you believe that he did something when in 2005 you said he didn't? So all I can take it as is when somebody gets on a documentary and talks about it, that lets me know that you're getting paid and you're trying to get exposure. Like, what is your purpose? The man is dead and gone. I don't know what kind of justice you can get from it now. I don't know. What justice can you get from it when the man is dead and gone? So that's why I don't allow documentaries to persuade me one way or the other. They just don't. They don't. The R. Kelly documentary didn't sway me. I'm from Chicago. We always knew about, his love for young girls, right? We always knew that. Now we just chose to look the other way because we was into the music, and it was just like, we all know he liked that. That's how we dealt with it. All right. So I didn't allow that documentary to persuade my thoughts about him. And I'm definitely not going to allow this bullshit that they just put out to sway me about Michael Jackson, because listen, a lot of people knew that Michael Jackson was very, very wealthy. Now, he was a terrible spender. He had terrible spending habits, but Michael Jackson did have wealth. A lot of people didn't understand the kind of power that man possessed. Michael Jackson owned over 50% of Sony's publishing. He owned the Beatles music. They had to go through him. He got paid every time a Beatles song plays. That was Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson got paid for that. Michael Jackson owned the James Bond theme song. So whenever that theme song was on, played on a commercial, whatever, Michael Jackson got paid for that. You don't think a lot of these families knew the kind of wealth that man had, and they was trying to shake him down? I mean, who the hell in their right mind would allow a young child to go have a sleepover with a grown ass man? I don't give a damn if it was Jesus Christ. My kid ain't going to have no goddamn sleepovers with no grown ass man. That was ridiculous. That's crazy. That's just common fucking sense. I don't give a damn who it was. So the fact that people were sending their kids over there to have sleepovers and shit. I mean, during the trial of Michael Jackson, it was found out that some of these parents were shaking him down. They were lying. And like I said, even if they found him not guilty on child molestation charges, and the FBI had found any kind of like child pornography, he would have still went to jail for possessing that kind of shit. They couldn't get him on nothing. So all of a sudden, Oprah Winfrey now wants to interview these guys from this documentary. I'm just a little like, I'm just sitting here like, why? Won't she go over there in South Africa and interview some of those young ladies that used to go to her school and was raped? Where's the story on that, Oprah? Why you ain't talking about that? Because it's been out there in the news for a long time that a lot of those girls that was at her school had been raped. So, what's the story on that? Why you want to sit here and talk about the leaving Neverland bullshit? Now, I'll say this. If a person like Corey Feldman had came out and said that Michael Jackson had did something, I would probably be more inclined to believe him, because Corey Feldman was out here telling it. People call this man crazy. Corey Feldman was out here talking about the Harvey Weinstein. He was talking about all those guys in Hollywood before the Me Too movement. Do you remember when Corey Feldman was out here telling on everybody? And they asked him about Michael Jackson. And he said Michael Jackson never did nothing to him. So all of a sudden, so that if he was to say it, I would be more inclined to believe Corey Feldman. If Corey Feldman had said that Michael Jackson had did some shit like that, I'd be like, you know what? Ooh, probably so. Probably so. Because, he hung around Michael Jackson for years. All right. And Corey Feldman knew about child molestation. He was molested by some of these Hollywood types. So I don't think he would have protected Michael Jackson. I just don't. He was telling it all, and people called him crazy. And now all of a sudden all this Harvey Weinstein stuff is out, and now he's not so crazy no more. They not dismissing him like they were dismissing him before. But I'm just a little bothered by this whole Oprah Winfrey thing. I'm bothered by the fact that she is interviewing these guys. Because like I said, what do you get out of interviewing them? What does this documentary prove at this point? The man is dead and gone. What do you get out of it? I guess they trying to, again, Michael Jackson I mean, he was worth more dead than he is alive. So I guess they're trying to shake him down or shake the family down. I just don't understand. So, we have to be real careful about allowing these kind of documentaries to sway us, because who's next? Who they about to do a hit piece on next? You got to be careful about allowing these kind of things to into your mind. All right. And I'm not going to sit here and say I'm disappointed in Oprah. I'm not actually I'm not really surprised, because I saw what she did to Monique. Like I said, Monique tried to tell y'all. Monique tried to tell us about Oprah Winfrey, but people just, they was like, oh my goodness, don't talk about Oprah. Oh no, don't say that about Oprah. Oprah is wonderful. Oprah is great. Oprah, that Mother Oprah. I'm telling you, Monique tried to warn you. Monique tried to tell us. So I'm not watching it. I'm not. I didn't watch the Leaving Neverland documentary, and I'm not going to watch this bullshit on Oprah's network. I'm not, because I don't understand what's the point of it. I don't understand why she feels that she wants to now interview these boys who once said that Michael Jackson didn't do nothing, and all of a sudden now he did do something. And I'm not here for that. Like I said, Oprah, you want to go interview somebody? Go interview them girls over in South Africa and see what the story is. Ask them about their rapes in your school. All right. Why you ain't never interview them? That's what I want to know. So anyway, if you guys decide to watch it, just fill me in. Let me know what y'all thought of it, because I'm not watching that BS. I'm not. I'm going to take a page out of Monique book and give her the whole side eye, because Oprah, she's not going to sway me. She's not going to sway me on this.